Well, good morning everyone. This is Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop. And those of you who have been watching for a while, you recognize the old Ben Franklin Bridge. That means I'm heading east into my home state of New Jersey. I have just left the city of Philadelphia, and we're going to have a big thrifting day today. 10 shops in one day, and as usual, I'll do my best to film in some of them. And I'll show you some of the things that I hope to buy today, and we'll save the rest of it for a kitchen counter thrift haul. It's a beautiful autumn morning here in the Northeast. It's about 46 degrees, and I'm glad you're with me. Don't go away. Hey folks, well here I am at store number 1. I'm not going to waste any time. Let's go. Well, I'm here, everyone, but you can probably also hear there's a lot of banging going on. So I'm not sure how well you'll be able to hear me. I'm zipping through the China department here, and I'm not seeing a whole lot. I thought those pieces that I just saw had a little bit of a Luray look to them, but they're not. And so I don't see anything that I'm interested in the dishes or over here on the clear glass aisle. But I'm still spying. You know, hey, I've got 10 shops to go to in one day. It's early morning. So there's no need for me to part with my hard-earned cash unless it's something that I'm really interested in. Here are the little Fire King chili bowls or French onion soup bowls or whatever you want to call them. They don't do so hot. Not really in the white color. Okay. Well, as you can see, there is a sizable Christmas department here, but unfortunately there's nothing that would be considered antique or vintage. Everything I see here is probably from the 1980s and forward. So I'm getting ready to leave this shop, and I didn't find much, but I bought a couple of things. Well, I haven't checked out yet, but I'm about to. I have one little Federal sherbet glass in a late 20s, early 30s pattern, Federal glass. I have a pretty good collection of uranium glass, so I'm just gonna, this is only 99 cents. And then I've bought and sold these a few times before. I'm never quite certain who the maker is. There's never any mark on the bottom. They're little tumblers, probably for breakfast time. I wouldn't really call these milk glass in the tradition of Fenton or perhaps Westmoreland. They're more of an opal glass, and they have that sort of ring of fire, which you may not be able to see in this particular store. And it's much more of an opalescent glass rather than a thick, heavy milk glass. So I like these. I just don't know who made them. They're 59 cents each, and I won't have any problem selling those. So that's it. Wow, that's it. Okay, let's go check out. By the way, before I forget to tell you, that leaf dish that you saw in glass, and it was kind of an iridescent, almost a marigold or a peachy color, that's one of those mid-century pieces, 50s, 60s. I think it's a Jeanette piece, It's okay. It's just nothing fantastic, and I think hundreds of thousands of them were made, and you can pick them up pretty cheaply on the internet. So I decided not to pick that up. The other thing is, I am all falled out. Falled out? What am I trying to say? I have done all the fall glass collecting I'm going to do for a while, so now my mind is switching to what can I find that's maybe blue and silver and that reminds us of snow and ice for your January decorating. So I'm going to be more in tune to that today than the autumn and orange colors. All right, I'm going to do a U-turn and it's time for store number 2. Let's go! Well, I have to talk about these. Right out of the 1930s, it's a pair of end tables. I hope that you can see these in this dim light. There's one, here's the second one. Just so 1930s. Well, right ahead in this very ominous looking, lurking building, that's going to be the location, well, it is the location of our Restore store. You can see the van there on the left, maybe. I don't think they've opened yet. This used to be a unpainted furniture or unfinished furniture store, and it went out of business. And the Restore store was in another location that was difficult to get to, and I see it says coming soon. Sorry, we are still closed. Well, poo-poo. Okay, we have to cross that off the list. But it's a huge location, and I can't wait. Look on the second floor up here. We can get a sneak peek at the special room dedicated just to lamps. You see that? Ugh! I can't wait to get in it. Well, I'm going to have to wait. Okay, let's put this phone down, pay attention to the highway, and we'll go to store number 3. Well, everyone, if I may quote Teresa Brewer, that's my parents' generation. She said, put another nickel in the Nickelodeon, because all I want is loving you and music, music, music. Now, why am I sharing a photograph of Teresa Brewer? Well, because apparently she was very pleased with the amount of loving she was getting, so they had to turn up the music, music, music. It was so loud in this thrift store, I have to do a voiceover. So let's take our hats off to Teresa Brewer and we'll all sing just for a second. Put another nickel in the Nickelodeon. You forgot all about this song, you know you did.
Put another nickel in the Nickelodeon. All I want is loving you and music, music, music.
Okay, well, here I am at home, back in my creaky old Windsor chair. Now, that's a nice piece of depression glass with some hand-painted details on it, but it is missing the lid. There was a lid on the top of that originally, and so it's still a nice piece, but I just decided to leave it where it was. And keep on shopping. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of junk. I shouldn't say junk. I take that back. I'm seeing things that I'm simply just not interested in purchasing for resale. I wasn't really sure if this was mid-century or not. Could have been. It's got a polished bottom, as you can see. But as I said a few minutes ago, I'm kind of over the amber. For now. So I kept on shopping. Moving pretty quickly here. Lots of bric-a-brac. Piggy bank there. No big deal. Let's see. No, I don't think I'm going to find anything of any value or anything that's that exciting. This was not old, and so forget it. And still shopping along here. There were colors for sale, but I couldn't really find anything. You know, I really don't have much luck with this particular siesta wear, and it'll focus in a second. It was pretty popular, I guess, in the 60s. I like the graphics on this, but I have tried to buy and sell siesta wear in the past, and I find that it just doesn't do very well. I usually end up getting stuck with it and have to take it to a flea market to get rid of it. So I didn't buy that one lone mug. Now, these are the carts. This is the fresh stuff that got put out, but I was kind of disappointed because I didn't find anything. Well, you know me, I'm just going to hold on to my money until I find something with bling, with pizzazz. And that just didn't happen. Well, what a delightful find. This is absolutely an authentic late Victorian oil lamp. And of course, the first thing you're going to notice is, oh, where's the top globe? Well, sadly, gone. I'm sure it was broken at some point. And the lamp has been electrified. That's not that unusual. But since this probably dates to 1890 to 1900, somewhere in that, maybe even as early as the 1880s, I'm not an expert on these. But it's a wonderful glass globe on the bottom, which is all hand painted, and it is filthy, and I mean filthy. Here's the old electric cord that someone used, and you see a beautiful base here. And just look how nice the paintwork is. Now, as I said, this thing is filthy, and it's going to clean up. I can't wait to get it into the light to show it to you. But if you can see here, here's the socket down inside where the burner would go. So the chimney would be placed here, the glass chimney here, and then the larger globe on the top. Now, since this is so beautifully painted, and it's hard to tell what color this globe is because there's so much dirt on it, it probably had, the globe on the top was probably also made of this same glass, and it probably was painted as well. So these are usually signed by the maker. Now here on the wick adjuster, we simply see made in US of America. But it's nice that most of the burner is still there. Part of the mechanism here to raise and lower the wick is gone. You can see it was electrified quite some time ago. That's not modern wire at all. And so the socket has been placed up inside the reservoir there. And you can see it's pretty filthy inside. I've got to do a lot of cleaning to this. And also I'll be looking very carefully to see if I can find a maker's name. It's usually on here somewhere, but it's quite difficult to see. Now get off of there, stink bug. You didn't get invited along here. Scram. Get. Okay. Let's turn it around. I'm having a hard time figuring out how to do that. Well, let's just not, because I'm going to wind up breaking it. I paid, I think, $7.99 for this beautiful old lamp. I plan to clean it, go ahead and put a new wire on it. Not really sure what I'm going to do about the missing globe on the top. You can certainly get some pretty frosted or etched globes to put over the top, but it certainly wouldn't match what was originally on it. But there's still some value to be had in this, and I just had to save it. Really pretty. Okay, let me spin it around and show the back of it. All right, you can see it's painted on the back as well. There is no damage to this glass at all, which is fantastic. And just to prove to you, there's the price, $7.99. It was a detached retina moment, I'll tell you that. And this certainly is going to be beautiful when it's all restored, and we could even put a cloth shade on it, and it's still going to be really pretty. All right, that was an exciting find. Woo! Okay, now remember, I am at stop number 4. The first was a thrift shop. The second was the, turn this music down. The second was the big Restore store, which hasn't opened yet, so obviously I wasn't able to go there. The third shop is where I found the exciting Victorian lamp and the Flow Blue. And now we're at the fourth shop. So I'm listening to a little Lee Wiley on the radio. I have my free Dunkin' Donut coffee because my mother is a coupon clipper and she's always giving me coupons for all kinds of things. And I have my lovely accessory. So let's go shopping! Woohoo! I'm so silly. Well, I'd like to show you 2 Art Deco, or really American streamlined modern pieces of doctor's furniture, doctor's office furniture from the 1930s. Now, I have seen these before. They were mass-produced. I don't remember who made them. And boy, do I love it. But they really do have these priced at antique store prices. So it's something that I wouldn't necessarily want to purchase because it's $300. But I'll back up and let you see how streamlined it is. I know this store is dark, so it makes it really hard to see. But wonderful action here when you open this up. There's a light on the inside. These make wonderful bars because there's a glass top. And they have metal trays, metal drawer bottoms, and the sides are all rounded. Very Art Deco. Or I really should say streamlined, American, modern. A little bit of a difference. And then here's the other tall cabinet. So this one is $175. This one's got some damage on the top. This one also has a light in it. Metal cabinet on the inside. And these wonderful streamlined handles. This actually looks nice. I've seen it used as dining room furniture, with this being the china closet and this piece over here being the buffet. So really nice. This one happens to be missing its black glass, which would be sitting right here, but they're just nice deco pieces. Oh, hello 1980s. Let's keep walking. Okay, the last time I didn't buy this Dixie dogwood, I think just about everybody in Texas was getting ready to hop on Greyhound, come to Philadelphia, and wring my neck. So this time, I'm gonna buy the Dixie dogwood. I'm probably only gonna buy the dinner plates, but we'll see what it all adds up to. So let me start loading my cart and I'll be back. Okay, there's the big collection of Florentine that I'm trying to get my hands on. That's only a small portion of it. There are several plates in another location. It's auction number 97, and I just placed another bid. So I don't know if I'll actually be successful or not. I have to wait 7 days. If no one bids more than I just did within 7 days, it's mine. So, we'll see. Well, it's up for auction, silent auction, so I can't buy it. But I'm flipping out over this 1950s pink General Electric stove, which on the outside looks fantastic. Oh my goodness, look at the inside. Look at the inside. That is super clean. Wow. With all the specs on the top, I wonder if there's a date. Let's see if we can find. I'm looking all over just to see if there's a date on this. Not seeing anything. Hold on, let me turn around again. Wiring diagram for General Electric. Built-in oven. No, I don't see any dates on the back of it. But wow. I mean, that's worth, you know, just totally remodeling your kitchen just for that. If you're looking for a 1950s stove, you found it. I'm going to be coming home with a syrup jug that has a pink top. So that's as close as I'm going to get. Oh my goodness, and then also down here on silent auction are all of these antique Christmas ornaments. It's behind glass, so I can't really fiddle with it. And here's the old Lionel train track and old transformer. The train set. And there's a fantastic radio over here I want to show you, but oh my goodness, look at what I see. Look at this collection of Christmas. Wow. Well, I don't see the auction number, so maybe these have already been sold because the little tag is missing that tells you how to the way this works is you just come over to this book in case you're unfamiliar, and you just put the date. You have to register up front. They give you a bidder number, and you put in the highest that you'd like to pay. And if nobody outbids you after 7 days, it is yours. Now, I'm in a different store than where the Florentine glass is. This is a completely different place. But look over here at this probably late 40s, late 30s to late 40s Philco. Very much in the streamlined fashion. Great big, huge console radio. I love it. Philco was known for making great big impressive sets. And if we open this up, push it back, you'll see all of the knobs, the bells and the whistles right there for Philco. Wow. All the stations you could get at that time, and this has shortwave on it. So you could certainly listen to stations all around the world. And let's see, that's number 2256. I don't know what it looks like electronically in the back. I'd have to pull it out and take a look at the back. I'm probably not interested because it is huge. And it's just one of those things, but it's fantastic. Random toilet. Well, this is clearly a new clock. And the Bombay company is really trying to imitate something from the 1920s. You can see the numbers on the dial have somewhat of an Art Deco style. And they've even gone to the extent of using a sort of zebra-matched exotic veneer to give the look of the 1920s and 30s. But it's just absolutely a reproduction. We don't even have to turn it upside down, but I will turn it upside down and let you see that it's 2004, the Bombay Company. And nice style, but it's certainly not an antique clock. Here's another one that wants to look much older than it is, trying to look like something from the 40s or 50s. And that's a brand new clock as well. So, let the buyer beware. Well, before I forget, I want to show you this piece of costume jewelry. I never buy jewelry. This was on the counter with some other jewelry as I was checking out, and it was only $2. It's probably worth $3. Anyway, I know this stuff is sometimes signed on the back. This, I don't see anything on it at all. I'll have to take a magnifying glass to it. But I don't see any signature. Anyway, it doesn't look like there's any damage. It's dirty. I'll clean it. Something new, right? It sure does have bling. So, in this box is that Dixie Dogwood. I did end up buying 4 dinner plates, 4 cups and saucers, and 4 little dessert plates. There's the Victorian lamp, and then there's some other things in here that I'm going to wait and show you later. I have to create a little bit of suspense. Well, I'm back in the city and I want to show you just a few more things that I found today. Here is one of the pieces of Flow Blue that I bought. This was made in England and it's probably made by Grindley, Grindley, I think is how you spell it. But there was another company that made it. It's really hard to read, even the print is so tiny, and with Flow Blue it's blurry anyway, so until I can get an up-close look, I won't know. Nice covered vegetable bowl there in the clover pattern, and it's of course English Flow Blue. That's a nice one. And it's always nice to find serving pieces. Well, that was a lot of fun. I'm back in the city and it's time for me to haul all of this stuff inside. What happens next is everything gets washed, the sticky tape taken off, I do my research, my photography, and then it all shows up on a kitchen counter thrift haul. That's coming up soon, but let me turn around and give you a view as the sun is going down behind me. You've seen this neighborhood before. Just giving you a little panoramic view, I guess. There's the elevated rail park. Well, where is it? I can't see it. There it is. So, I want to thank everybody for joining me today. I do have some other surprises that I have not unpacked yet, and of course you'll just have to wait until I get those inside. But let me get back in the picture. This is Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop saying thanks for watching, and so long for now.